Hi Scorpios, it's Scorpio season. This is your November 2020 astrology and tarot forecast. Happy birthday to all the beautiful Scorpios watching this. Please comment your birthday in the comment section below and let's all wish each other some Scorpio magic for the year ahead. So Scorpio, quite a month for you in terms of the planets. Mercury enters your sign, Venus enters your sign. We have a beautiful new moon in your sign on the 15th that is in harmony with all of the Capricorn aspects in the sky, Jupiter, Saturn, and your ruler Pluto, meaning that you are just able to manifest whatever it is that you desire most in this world. It's time to have it. As well as that, we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction in the 13th, adding that va-va-voom to the final half of your year. And you really are able to get whatever it is that you want, Scorpio, so be ready for it. Venus enters your sign on the 21st, highlighting the energies of love in the second half of the month. Mercury will be out of retrograde. And Mercury will be back in your sign on the 10th. So really, Scorpio, your gift of the gab, your allure, your magnetism, all of that stuff is going to be heightened this month. Venus will be in Libra for the beginning of the month, meaning that you could still be sort of after that full moon in Taurus, your opposite sign, on Halloween night. The first 2 weeks of November are kind of keeping house and really working through some emotional things that you've maybe not dealt with yet, past pains, past hurts. And don't feel bad about going through that energy in your season, because the second half of the month, Scorpio, is when you really see dreams come true and things really take off for you. It's important that you go through the Mercury retrograde and then Mercury back into your sign energy, because it really is pulling you through that Libra 12th house and your Scorpio 1st house to make you understand yourself better and know that you are deserving of good things. This is going to be your best season yet, Scorpio. I love you guys very much and I'll see you in the tarot. Bye. Hi Scorpio. Welcome to your November 2020 tarot portion of the overall horoscope. I hope you're doing really well. Huge happy birthday to all the November Scorpios. Please wish each other a happy birthday in the comment section below by leaving your birthday down there. And a special shout out to all the November 14th Scorpios. That's me. And let's hope that the tarot brings you some beautiful energies to match the astrology of November 2020. I hope you've watched the astrology portion because it's very team Scorpio, a real Scorpio season this time around. Mercury goes back into Scorpio. There's a very lucky blessed new moon in Scorpio. Venus moves into Scorpio and Mars, Scorpio's traditional ruler, finally goes direct. Yahoo! So let's have a little look and see what the cards have to say for Scorpio in November 2020. Happy birthday. Stay blessed. Let's have a little look, Scorpio. The Hermit has just popped out. So some Scorpios could be dealing with a Virgo, but I feel that the Mercury retrograde within the sign of Scorpio in your first house has really had you figuring out some stuff that only you can figure out. Not being able to look for the answers outside of yourself. Interesting. So you've come to some truths, some difficult truths, maybe some difficult reveals, maybe some difficult secrets have been unearthed, either yours or somebody else's, and you're now processing the information and you're seeing, what is the root of this? What am I really feeling? Where am I really coming from? Six of Pentacles. Perhaps you just want a bit more give and take. Libra season showed you where the dynamics were out of kilter in work or in love or in friendships or in family, where you were out of balance, and now you're trying to solve it, is what I'm seeing. Trying to find that point of recalibration and make sense of it all. Have a little look, Scorpio, and see what we have. The Tower, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Clarified by the Empress. And the Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups underneath. Okay, so I see Venus. I see Venus really clearly in your cards. Venus in Scorpio is looking to give you quite a gift. Quite a gift, a really nice one. You know, when I see the Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles as an outcome, I feel a little bit like this is a gift that keeps on giving. So something that lasts a long time and can regenerate itself. Kind of like the relationship between flowers and bumblebees. It all just works to keep the flowers going, but also to keep the bees sustained. For a lot of you, that's with another person. The Four of Wands in the positive sector, Scorpio, is very much happiness with another. Happiness with a family, happiness with a lover, happiness with a group of friends, a community. Something that feels solid, the solid Four Wands to establish foundation. Something that you have had trouble with here in the past with the Tower. You've had trouble sustaining things because oftentimes those born under the sign of Scorpio, despite being fixed, will have great change thrown onto them in their own stability structures. We see that because Aquarius rules your 4th house. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and sometimes your foundations can go through these intense shocks. And so you're wary of that. You're wary of your foundations, and a lot of you have learned to really be very careful with what you're building now. As I said in the mid-October reading, this is a number 4 year. This is a year, see, number 4? This is a year about establishing structures, and really the best way that 2020 has been used for that isn't to start the process of building necessarily, but it has been to have those hermit moments where we look inward at who we are, what we want, and where we would like to go, rather than where we are going, because the future is never set in stone. With the Eight of Pentacles as your challenge, I feel that you have felt, with Mars being in retrograde, that the things you've worked towards haven't been showing fruit. The Eight of Pentacles is incredibly patient, and that is something that oftentimes Scorpios forget, that they have to work on that. It is not a grace awarded to the fixed signs, despite what may be assumed. Actually, for a Scorpio whose traditional ruler was Mars, patience is not something that you are born with, but it is certainly something that you learn, and that is a given. You do not get through this life without learning it, but you have to learn it the hard way. So, your past moments of towers, those Mars beams to show you in retrograde season that you're not as resilient in terms of pushing your body as you thought you were. For a lot of you, this was an aspect to your health. This was something that really took you down for a little bit, or something that really showed you that, hey, I need to look after myself a little bit more. For me, that Tower card, and some of you know this that are my clients and things, I had to have, for the first time in my life, I had to have dental work. I had to have a wisdom tooth removed, Saturn return, but dear Lord, that had me down for about a week. And that's Mars being in Aries in retrograde for Scorpios. There's usually something. I think for a lot of you this was health, but it could have been anything. Seven of Pentacles, all you want is to see the fruits of your labour come true. And you know what, Scorpio? Congratulations. Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups oftentimes is associated with love that comes in, romantic love, friendship, the love between a mother and child, even with the Empress here. For some of you, this is a pregnancy, For some of you, this is a new career path that is full of love and passion and fruition. For some of you, this is a relationship deepening its bond. Whatever it is in your emotional life, Scorpio, this is beautiful. This is Venus. The Empress is Venus. And not only does it appear to be bringing you a gift in romance, for a lot of you, which is brand spanking new with that Ace of Cups, it is actually bringing you a financial gift. Now, why do you think that is? Well, astrologically speaking, November also moves us into Sagittarius season. And Sagittarius season is your second house of value. And so you're going into that season with a lot more love than usual. A lot more caring, softer, kind of compassionate understanding that you want and need connections in order to feel fulfilled in any area of your life. And you know that, as I say again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendship, it can be family, but you need those bonds. And I'll tell you something, Scorpio, if you think you don't need people, Jupiter moving into Aquarius will really show you that you do. You know, as introverted as you are, and I'm not saying you have to be around people all the time, but even if with the challenges between the Capricorn energy and the sky, that's starting to heal with your energy. So if you've had trouble with neighbours, for a lot of you this looks like a move to a better area or strengthening of those relationships, to be honest. Because one of the things I'm getting here is an issue with a neighbour. You know, that was a given, to be honest, with the Capricorn energy in the sky. The third house is neighbours. But you're moving into Sagittarius season with more loving energy. And also a really beautiful ability to express your feelings that I love seeing for Scorpio, because sometimes, because of Saturn and also because of the Scorpiophonic privacy barrier, which can be a bit tricky for people to jump over, because of Saturn being retrograde in the third house all summer, but also being in the third house in general for the last 3 years. Since 2017, Scorpios have had trouble expressing themselves and communicating, and as I say, trouble with siblings or neighbours or anything like that. Not seeing your siblings as much is something that comes up here too. So you're able to see now, as Saturn gets ready to move into Aquarius, how you can express yourself and how you can communicate your feelings, and it bears fruit for you. So I think you have to, if you really like somebody, I think you have to make a first move. It pays off sometimes. Or perhaps this is a connection that just has to deepen. And perhaps for a lot of you this is news of a birth, either in the family or your own child or anything like that. But it is a beautiful blessing after a tower-like energy. And you know, I think for many Scorpios, Ace of Cups on top of the Page of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But Leo's energy is quite strong here, the sun underneath. But Taurus is also coming up here. So I think in Libra season, Scorpio, because that is 12th house and Venus is in Libra for a good bit of November, you have had to work through some old wounds to do with self-worth, to do with self-belief. And as far as your money goes, when you really don't believe in yourself, you can still make a lot of stuff happen. You can still review a lot of things. But as we move from your season, where you seem to master the emotional connections, thanks to Venus, but also thanks to Mercury, and also thanks to Mars going direct, and the full moon in Gemini, which is in your intimate sector, your focus this month is very much on love and relationships of all kind. Not forgetting the first 2 weeks were following on from the Taurus full moon, the blue moon, in your relationship sector. So there's a lot. And for those of you that are purely interested in money, Sagittarius season, there will be eclipses. And those eclipses are a lot to do with finance and money. But the key, Scorpio, the key here, thanks to the ruler of the full moon at the end of the month being Mercury, and Mercury being in your sign, which is great for your money. It's in positive aspect to Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter, all in your third house. Your key to financial abundance in December or even in November is going to be on your communication. It's going to be on your ability to express yourself. Okay? So if you're a writer, if you're on social media, if you are a voice of some kind, it's a great time for you in particular as far as money goes. Now let's have a little look at your oracle cards. And I also want to delve a little bit into your challenge with the Eight of Pentacles there, because I do think that there is a need to temper oneself and a need for patience. Oh, the door to spirit. You're opening up and you're connecting. You're more connected because of the Libra energy to the spiritual side. And I think for a lot of you, after those Tower moments, many have feared your intuition all tied up. You felt bound to past energies. You felt bound to previous encounters and experiences and places. Victory, we like to see that. Victory, strategy in the 7th chakra. So you are having a beautiful awakening in terms of your words, Scorpio, and your voice. And you're learning that your voice really matters. And your voice is a big key to your relationship to the divine, to success, to intuition. And it's, you know, Scorpio, your spiritual side is always what frees you. It's always what makes you feel the most free. It's always what gives you that power back that you need, because a Scorpio with a strong spiritual practice or belief rarely feels the need to control anybody else, because you've trust in something. Even if you find it hard to trust other people, you do really well when you trust something, you know? That's where you need to be. And that's what the Sagittarians know after Scorpio season, but maybe it would be a good time to get a head start. Door to spirit. Victory, 7th chakra, strategy. Again, to the penmanship here with strategy. You're starting a new project. I can feel it. Ace of Pentacles. You're starting something from a place of love. Whatever that is. Whatever category. It looks really, really abundant. So Scorpio, I'm going to hop into the extended. It'll be linked below. In that extended, we go in depth to the Scorpio relationships with all the different star signs. So if you're dealing with someone in particular, it will cover that. And it will also go more in depth into the overall astrology and overall energies that November has in store. You know, it's your month. Treat yourself. I like your cards. Don't forget to wish each other a happy birthday in the comments section. I'll try my best to wish everybody a happy birthday too. And have a wonderful November. Love you guys very much. Happy birthday. Bye.